I started from zero with bodyweight pull-ups. Today I can do them with 20 kg hanging from my waist. And so in this video I'm gonna talk to you about the exact progression, how I trained and got stronger at pull-ups specifically, and how I could have done different to make the progress happen much faster. This will show you the roadmap which can help make your pulling strength better or even on to the next level. If you don't know me yet, my name is Bách Đỗ. I help guys gain weight and strength, becoming bigger and stronger. My weight did go up from 55 kilograms when I was really skinny and weak till now when I am at more than 70 kg with the best version of myself in terms of physique and strength or even health. In the summer 2020, before I got into grade 12, the very last year of high school, that is also actually the time when I started to go to the gym in my entire life. That is actually the first time. And back then, I was just spamming leg assisted pull-up machine and Australian pull-ups because I had no idea where to start. Despite no footages, I believe I was executing it with really poor form and technique because I didn't check anything and I was training alone. As far as I remember, I did make some attempts at the cable areas. I had to put a chair or box below to stand on, and I didn't know whether putting stuff like that around the gym was allowed or not, as I was really scared and timid alone. Also, I didn't even know that jumping to hold the bar was a thing. During the rest of high school years, which is basically that last year of grade 12, I barely trained. I just went outdoor with one of my friends at the time, from time to time, and then just quit. Basically just to hang out with him at the bars. However, I was able to do some pull-ups. It was poor, but at least something. I remember I went to a friend's apartment. I saw the doorway with a pull-up bar, and then I just hopped on it and did some reps. I think the reasons for that shit to happen back then is that I was really light at only 50 to 55 kilograms, and I got the previous training as well. From 2021 to 2024, I was doing pull-ups with a tube with a lot of spikes on it, and then I was able to switch over to a pair of gym rings, which was a game changer for me, and I still keep that shit back behind my back. From 2024 till now, I have been going to the gym consistently. Particularly from late May to November 2024, I had the target of 12 reps with bodyweight pull-ups, and then I moved on to weighted pull-ups with 3 sets max out, also with that heaviest weight. And that's why I got stuck at or from 13 kg onwards for sessions for months, like 15 kg plateaus, 18 kg plateaus, and eventually 20 kg another plateau. After that, I ran into an injury with this left wrist. From April 2025 till now, I have a new training strategy which I'm gonna share with you later on after this talking stuff, and I was able to get back to where I used to be in just 12 months, which is 20 kg on weighted pull-ups for reps. Even though that story of mine is really embarrassing and weird, at least I got something to tell you, as well as the experiences to know what works and what doesn't. And so here is how I would make it much better. First of all, let's talk about the progression to pull-ups. That's it. No fancy weight or some shit like that, just progression to the fucking pull-ups. This comes from my own experiences and the program that I purchased recently. The target of this progression is to unlock one fucking pull-up. That's it. Really simple. Just unlock one pull-up. So the progression will include dead hang, scapular pull-up, chair assisted pull-ups, pull-up hold, negative pull-up, half ROM pull-up, 3/4 ROM pull-up, dynamic exercises. So for dynamic exercises above, if I were in your shoes, I would do 10 reps. And when it comes to static ones, I would do 15-second hold. Okay, that is the aim. 3 sets per exercise. If I am able to achieve in one of those sets, I can move on to the next exercise in today's session, and number of sets will get reset back to 3 for that new exercise. If not, I'm just gonna finish today's sets and try to do more reps or second hold longer in the next session. And then eventually I will get 1 full pull-up. The next progression is to get to minimum 15 consecutive pull-ups, which is the required amount before moving on to weighted pull-ups. Okay, so within one training session there are 3 sets max out completely to see how many consecutive pull-ups I can do, and then I will divide that number by 2. Basically I will just take 50% of that maximum, which would equal the number of reps for 4 sets of this progression. And during the last set, if I feel like I can do 2 or even more reps, I'm gonna increase 1 more rep for each of those 4 sets in the following session, not now. If I don't feel that, I will try to get stronger in the next session. That's it. So let me take an example. I was able to do maximum 4 pull-ups in a row. Okay, so 50% of 4 would be 2. So I will do 4 sets of 2 pull-ups, and then in the last set, if I can feel like I can do the 3rd rep, the 4th rep, etc., good. The next session I will increase the number of reps, which is 3. So 4 sets of 3 in the next session, just so on and so forth. If I cannot feel that shit right now, in the following session I will just keep the 4 sets of 2. Okay, that's it. Really simple. And bear in mind, if I can increase the rep in the next session today, I will not do any of those extra reps like the 3rd one, the 4th one. No, just get some reps in reserve. And I will just repeat that cycle over and over again until I get to 4 sets of 8, and then I will make a test. I will take a test again, 1 session with 3 sets max out, to see if I am able to reach minimum 15 reps in a row or not. If yes, in the next session I can move on to weighted pull-ups, which makes me so excited. If not, I'm just gonna continue bodyweight training to 4 sets of 9 or even 10 to be more guaranteed. Okay, to make it more guaranteed, to ensure. And then I will take the test again. Some notes right here. The techniques must be explosive, not really slow and controlled like bodybuilder or bodybuilding style. Explosive all the way up and all the way down. Chin above the bar and hands or elbows straight up. And when I cannot do explosively anymore, I'm just gonna pause and then continue 1 rep. Just repeat that shit over and over again within that set. Okay, the next thing is to have 1 warm-up set before those 4 main ones. 4 to 6 reps maximum with the bodyweight pull-ups in that first warm-up set. Okay, no more than the number of reps in the working sets, remember. And in terms of rest, I would have around 3 to 4 minutes between warm-up and main sets, and then 5 minutes among the main. Why 5 minutes? Because it is so exhausted. To be honest with you, it would take a lot of energy. and feel inside the body. So 5 minutes is minimum. And minimum also for rest days for pull-ups, okay? Or until I don't feel sore within that area anymore. And that's how I can get to 19 pull-ups. And to be frank with you, bro, when I first started to use this fucking training method, I was able to see the progress in every single session. Basically what I mean here is that in every session I can increase one more rep for each of those 4 main sets, bro. I had no sessions when I felt like, oh, I cannot do 2 or more reps at the last set. No, there's none. Crazy. Okay, last but not least, the progression to 20 kg weighted pull-ups and even more than that. Of course, there must be some warm-up sets with body weight for the first one, and then some lighter weight for the following sets. Then I would have 2 main sets, which is different than the body weight pull-up, right? For the body weight pull-ups, I would have 4 main ones, but here, weight variation, 2 main sets. The heaviest weight, and then it will get decreased by 20 to 25%. The target or the goal of those 2 main sets will be 10 and 15 reps respectively. And if in either set I hit the target, I'm just gonna try to do more in that set, because here I'm training to failure, unlike the body weight method when I have to get some reps in reserve. But here I can go all in, all out, max out, and then I will increase the weight in the following session. Not right now, but in the next one. And if I cannot hit the set's target, fine, no problem. I'm just gonna finish these sets, the remaining ones, max out, which I have already done because it is less than 10 or 15 reps. And I will try to do more reps in the next session. For instance, if I plan to do 10 kg on weighted pull-ups, okay, I would have the very first set with bodyweight pull-ups for 6 reps, and then 5 kg for the second set as the warm-up one, and then let's get on to 2 main sets with 10 and 8 kg. After this, each set will be treated independently, so that 8 kilograms will be treated individually, not depending on the previous weight anymore, okay? For example, if you can achieve that 15 reps with 8 kg and yeah, in the following session, within the second set, you can increase the weight. However, if you couldn't do it, just keep it. Even though the weight of the first set, you have been able to increase it, okay? The same notes, explosive, not slow and control, technique and form. When I cannot do or perform explosively again, I'm just gonna pause for several seconds and then continue one more rep. Repeat over and over again until the very last rep. I'm just gonna pause a bit longer for around 3 to 4 seconds and then try it. Regarding the rest, again 2 to 3 minutes among warm-up, 5 to 7 minutes among the main sets. Minimum for rest days or until the back muscle doesn't get sore anymore. And that's how I can get to 20 kg on weighted pull-ups for reps. That's how I got to it, bro. Here you go. I keep my promise, okay? That's it. Goodbye, bro.